national sovereignty. And there is a move on toward a North American Union, just like early on there was a move on for a European Union, and eventually ended up.
The combining of national governments started with the European Union. That union started with trade agreements, then a common currency, the euro, and now a European Parliament that is feverishly passing laws that override the laws of the member nations. Now it's North America's turn. Building on the North American Free Trade Agreement, the NAFTA section of the Commerce Department is busy drafting laws and regulations for a North American Union, a union of Canada, America, and Mexico.
What you need is a little bit of solidarity, a little bit of human attitude of working together as a team.
Would you like to see a North American Union? So what's your team? You'd go with Mexico,
long-term, yes,
U.S.,
partners.
The President has attended secret meetings and signed at least 2 agreements under the Security and Prosperity Partnership Program. Information leaked out about the meetings, and now it is all in the open. No treaty has been signed, so Congress has not become involved. However, money from our Treasury is now being spent for this effort. We will have a new currency, the Amero, and a new Constitution.
Email from Mrs. Gonzalez in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Mr. Fox, I'd like to know how you feel about the possibility of having a Latin America united with one currency.
Long-term, very long-term. What we proposed together, President Bush and myself, is ALCA, which is a trade union for all of the Americas.
I think one thing people who are dollar-based need to focus on is the Amero. That's the one thing that nobody's talking about, but I think it's going to have a big impact on everybody's life in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. If you Google it, you'll find out all about it.
Well, you could tell us a little bit more right now.
You always hear it on CNBC, don't you? The Amero is the proposed new currency for the North American community, which is being developed right now between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico to make a borderless community, much like the EU, and the dollar, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar, and the Mexican peso replaced by the Amero.
Plans for an integrated North American community by 2010, moving ahead swiftly and under the radar.
Switch gears, talk about this other issue that's out there, the creation of a new North American Union, if you will, similar to the EU, the European Union. The President was asked about this today at the summit meeting with the leaders of Mexico and Canada. Listen to what he said.
I'm amused by the difference between what actually takes place in the meetings and what some are trying to say takes place. It's quite comical, actually, when you realize the difference between reality and what some people are talking on TV about.
Mense het dit gehoor. Wat het George Bush hier aan die einde gesê? Sy mond mors droog. Dis eintlik komies dat mense dink ons gaan 'n unie maak. En hy weet hulle is op pad soontoe. Wat het hulle gesê? Wat is die teikendatum vir die vir die Noord-Amerikaanse Unie? 2010. 2010 moet hy 'n unie wees. Hulle het daar gepraat van 2 dinge. Die Amero. Dit is hulle geldeenheid. Daar is die foto's wat ons kon kry vir u. Nou of dit gaan wees, weet ek nie. Maar die Europese Unie se geldeenheid was so gewees. Daar is hy, met hulle landsvlag, die voorgestelde landsvlag, vir die Unie, van die Noord-Amerikaanse Unie. So koning nommer hoeveel? 8. 8 teen 2010, sal nommer 8 daar wees. Dis hulle beplanning. Kom ek vat vir na die volgende ene. The Pacific Union. Dit is Australië, Nieu-Seeland, en dan hierdie lyntjies hierso, moet saam staan. Nou op hierdie oomblik is al klaar in plek op ekonomiese gebied, is die verdrag al klaar daar. Ons kon nog net nie dit vir u opspoor om te sê die Unie is daar en hier is die president en die geldeenheid nie. Dit gaan nou kom, Maar kom ek speel vir u dit net gou, laat u net kan hoor waarvan praat hulle. Australië se eerste minister.
His plan to create a broad Asia-Pacific community by the year 2020. Mr Rudd proposed the concept at an Asia Society dinner in Sydney overnight.
We in this country, Australia, have a unique requirement to fully comprehend and engage with the great new global dynamics of the Asia-Pacific century. Not partially, not marginally, but fully.
Diplomat Richard Woolcott has been appointed to try and sell the idea to the region. The Asia-Pacific Union would operate along similar lines to the European Union. Prime Minister Rudd visits Japan and Indonesia next week.
Kan jy hoor, hulle is klaar besig daarmee. Hulle is klaar besig daarmee. Nou die laaste ene. Asian Union. Nou op hierdie stadium, kan jy sien hierdie gedeeltes hier by Indië, en dan die ander gedeelte hierom. Nou daai gedeelte by Indië, hulle staan bekend op hierdie stadium as die Asian Community, Asian. En dan die ander ene is die SAARC, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Hulle is klaar daar. Die twee is klaar apart.